Thank you, Prep.
I am not seeing a Dasani Oliveira in voice chat.
He's coming in to set.
Okay. If they're on their way, then that's fine. Just trying to get this underway before half an hour past time.
Alright.
It takes as long as it takes. It takes
Yeah.
as long as it takes.
Thank you for being flexible, Prep, and thanks everyone who volunteered to switch roles. I really appreciate the flexibility. Okay. Anyone who's more experienced with low man runs than I am, does it split evenly? Do the pads remain active until 24 people have stepped on them, or does it force us to split evenly?
24.
24, okay, thank you.
So you can have like 24 people, or you can have 24 people on one side and
Nobody on the other.
like 19. Well, you still have to clear the other side, but you can have
Yeah,
like
that's true, that's
19 on
true.
one side, 24 on one side.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna stick some extra tanks over on the golem side because we're gonna be short. Okay, thank you for sorting pseudo healer. Yeah, that's also a good point. If you only have one healer, please make sure you have pseudo healer sorted. If you have only one tank, please make sure you have pseudo tank sorted. This run is gonna be probably slightly cursed because this is my first ever time hosting. But so if we wipe, we wipe. But I would like us to be as prepared as possible. Just
I'm trying to find.
is Dasani Oliveira in voice yet?
I am Dasani Oliveira.
All right, thank you so much. Can you please join Party Alpha?
Okay.
Thank you, Ariyaku. I appreciate that. Cursed run, best run. Yes, that is true. I can't wait to die to Super Chest 2. Are you guys excited? Anyway. Noted, Himbo. Thank you. Okay. Looks like we even managed to get an extra tank. So we are golden as soon as we have 8 people in Alpha.
No, I can't. There we go. I forgot the password again.
No worries. It's 7972. So, last chance for pure essence check. Please make sure you have one in your cache. It would be very, very sad if we had to pile out after all of this prep. Also, please ensure that your nickname is set properly. Make sure that you have your alliance's letter as your first character in your nickname and your role as the second character. This is all in requirements to participate. I don't personally care if it's janky after that, but I would like to make sure everyone is organized nicely by party. I have 41 people in voice, which means that either there are 3 people who are sharing microphones and headsets, or there are 3 people who are not in voice, so please join. Join, please. I mean, I did help a friend, and we shared a microphone, and I was just on speaker and muted once upon a time because it was easier. We were in the same room, but yeah, sharing earbuds indeed. Okay.
Yes, something is it.
Just quickly set up my people.
How do you set these?
If you're asking how do you set your nickname, what you do is you right-click on your name in the voice chat list. You see there will be an option for edit server profile, and there you can change your nickname.
And then
What are we
some
changing to?
Sorry, can you say that again, please?
What are we changing it to?
You change it to first character of your alliance, then letter representing your role, either H, T, or D, then 0 if you have not been into DRS before, otherwise number between 1 and 7 depending on your prog, and then your in-game name. So I am in Alliance A, I am a tank, I have cleared, my name is Velvet Dusk, therefore I am ATC Velvet Dusk.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna put 0 because I don't need this.
I'm going to ready check one more time, and then after that, we're going to attempt to go in. Yes, we will probably be having some commence prog, but that's fine.
Don't forget the rest of your name.
Oh, Dasani after that?
Yes, sir. Just so we know
Alliance
who you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks
Okay.
for letting me know that Alliance C needs to sort out a pseudo healer. If you cannot decide, I nominate Snowfie Moonlight. Do we have, we had World of Runeterra doing Rend 1. Did we have anyone volunteering for Rend 2?
I can't answer that question.
Okay. If I do not get a volunteer for Rend 2 in a few seconds, I am going to pick someone at random. Yeah, not you, Akira, don't worry. Okay. Our Rend 2 shall be Lochnar Grim, please. Please confirm in voice that you are able to hear me. I can give you some fragments if you don't have any Rends.
I believe I have some.
Okay, thank you. If you don't know how to do that, feel free to ask in Alliance chat and folks will give you some pointers. The Rend armor should be in it's like an offense action set or something. Detrimental. It's the 4th icon there. Okay, I see 5 people not ready. Got it? Okay, thank you, Lochnar.
No.
Thanks for all your patience on the slightly slow start today. I have not done this before, and it seems we are starting out with some slight memery, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. Okay. Thank you, Alfarini. Okay, thank you, Iryoku. Thank you, Derry. Can I get a Yamza and a Quit?
Why I don't want this.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Yamza.
You got your
Okay. This is the hard ready check. We've waited a while. Nope, I have to close the party finder first. Learn something new every day. Okay.
Let's not say why. It's just say us.
Commence Prague. Woohoo.
Are we kidding?
Me.
The plug this.
Hey. Hey, we made it in. Thank you.
I tried.
Alrighty. So, pure essences and re-raisers on the pad, please. Okay. Please check your buddies. Make sure that everyone in your party has the Pure Essence icon and the Re-Raiser icon. We need everyone to have both of them before we can step on the pads. Speaking of the pads, please do not step on them until I give you the okay. Pop your pre-pop holster, then refill from the cache. Please ensure that every single spot in your holster is full. Wasted weight is wasted weight. If you can't fit anything else, light curtains and potions are still useful.
I can't click on a re-raise. It says unable to execute.
Are you interacting with a cache currently?
No.
Did
Is
somebody
it,
buff you with re-raise already?
Are you attempting to use Lost Re-Raise or Resistance Re-Raiser? There's an action and there is a item, and they work slightly differently.
Resistance.
Okay, you're clicking it in your cache and it's not working?
Yeah,
Or you're clicking it in your holster and it's not working?
Yeah, my holster. Yeah, it says cannot execute at this time.
That is very
Is it-
strange. You're sure you're using the Re-Raiser and not the Phoenix? Stupid question, but I have to ask.
Yeah, it is. It is the Phoenix. Okay, that's probably it.
Yeah, it's the feather with the blue tip is the one that you're looking for.
Dummy. Okay, there we go. They're used to Deep Dungeon.
Can somebody confirm that Lochnar Grim is Rend 2?
That is who I voluntold to do Rend 2,
Rend
so
2.
they should be.
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the reminder, Knuckle. We do have a fair number of new folks in here, I think. Okay, since we have a low man party echo. Oh dear. That's unfortunate. We have at least one person in my party without a pure, which is very unfortunate. If there are two people without pures, then I am willing to go out and back in.
I just got a 9002. I disconnect error.
Noted. Thank you, Einar. Thanks. Got a couple in Alpha who don't have pures. Yes, that is a good note. Do not bring impetus. Do not use impetus. For realsies, there is a particular mechanic where if you use impetus, it is automatic ban because it kills a bunch of people. So just don't have it in your holster. Don't bring it. It's not needed. There are other things you should be bringing instead. Yeah, still waiting on one person to use an essence in my party. Prep compression, I think you said there were 2 people who still needed essences in E. Good enough. Yeah. I'm tracking 3 people without pure. If we cannot get people to use essences, then we will have to re-instance. Knuckle. If the advice is simply leave and rejoin because we need everyone to have pures, then yeah, that's probably fair. Okay, it seems like we have 3 people who actually do not have the pure essences for their role, so we are going to de-instance. Sorry, folks. Let this be a lesson in bringing the correct stuff. Sorry, folks. All right, everyone hop out. If you do not have a pure essence for your roll, please go and pick up some fragments now. In fact, if you're low on any actions you need, for example, re-raisers, this is also a chance to go pick those up. Looks like we lost one from Party Alpha. Looks like we lost two from Party Alpha. Okay.
They might be just leaving party just to go into BSF to make a purchase, because you can't do that while you're in alliance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they just maybe they just I don't know.
Yeah, they were the folks who did not have pures, so I think they might have just decided not to continue.
Yeah. Like if we pull that's the thing, right? If we pulled folks straight out of public PF and like we told them go join this Discord and get into voice, and they're just like what's going on, right? And they don't even have the chance to like digest what we have here, and like what's the requirements to participate? I have no idea what any of this is. That stuff like that. So
it's unfortunate. My luck starting a Lego Stepper run at the same time somebody was trying to PF it in public.
That said, it is a requirement to meet the requirements to participate. We do have requirements. So this, for those of you who don't know who this is Knuckle Free. I'm the server operator. So welcome if you're new. Velvet is a new host, so she's a little stressed out. That's understandable. I don't want to take too much authority away from her. A host is king of their run, or queen, whatever. So if Velvet is telling us to de-instance, we're going to de-instance, right? If Velvet wants everyone to have their pure instance or pure essence, then everyone's going to have it. It's just we're asking Velvet to lead us through, right? Because we can't do DRS on our own. So in exchange for that leadership, we need to meet requirements, obligations, so that we can meet DPS checks and not die to the first raid wide, and do mechanics, right? Because even more so than your normal savage raid out there, DRS preparation is definitely its own mechanic, right? You cannot go into this and just I'll pop my pure and re-razor. Not that I'm saying anyone chose to do that, right? I'm saying that anyone chose to do that this time. But preparation is definitely its own mechanic. So, for the folks who we just kind of pulled it out of public PF and we told them to get in here, at least thank you guys for showing up, right? Hopefully you can get prepped now and come back to the party when you're good and ready. And if you can't do that today, then stay in Discord, read up on what you actually need to do, and then come back when you're jump into a party whenever you're ready to go, whenever you feel ready to go. Okay, not asking for perfection, but do read the requirements to participate, the code of conduct. Okay, understand how we're going to treat each other here, and ask your questions.
Thanks, Knuckle. I appreciate that. Since it does look like we lost a few folks, can I have please Prep Compression rejoin Party Alpha? And can I have Daria Roberts join Party Delta? Same password as last time, 7972. Any DPS who are vets who are comfortable with running solo, because assuming it looks like actually we did lose someone else.
Delta has Reaper as the class.
Oh, thank you for the heads up. Let me fix that. Okay, there we go. Should be fixed now. Okay, and it looks like we're now down to 39, so we'll just have one party be short someone. That's fine. Okay, let's try this again. Pure Essence check, re-razor check. Oh, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Razzle. Appreciate that. pure essence check, re-razor check. Make sure you have everything. If you do not have something, it is better for us to know now. I don't mind delaying a few minutes if it makes us more prepared. But I will be kind of sad if we have to de-instance a second time. That would be very tragic. So I'm going to do a ready check. Feel free to answer no, but do let me know if there's something you need so that we can find someone to give it to you, or so that we can give you a minute to go buy it or something. Oh, we have an extra now. Cool. Okay. I see 40 people invoice. Okay. Any DPS who are comfortable, or any one of any job, I suppose, who is comfortable flying solo in Party Echo? Yeah, but I need you here, Prep. You're our only healer in Alpha. Kaiken Irichi. Okay. I mean, yeah, it would, you would be able to sustain yourself with that probably. You just would not be, if you died, you would be on the floor for the entire rest of the fight. Okay. Fascinating. We seem to have missing one in C. Okay. I would like to go in, so I'm going to do one last ready check. Did you not? Oh, was the thing in C like not set up properly? Here, let me fix that. There you go. Yes, join in C, please, Ariel. Okay, thanks. Okay, I'm going to put us back in. If you do not have re-razors, if you do not have pure essences in your kit, please decline this this instance attempt. so that you can go get those. Nope, okay. You will have an opportunity to do that inside as well. There is a cache inside. Okay, Ariel, you're okay, right? Okay, awesome. Let's go in. Okay, thanks for sticking with me, folks. Let's get this run going. Commence prog. Okay, excellent. All right, pure essences, re-razors, for reals, please have those things. We did a hold the instance, so everyone should have them. Then we're going to stand on our nice little markers on the stairs, which I'm sure somebody else is going to put down because I don't have them saved. Thank you, whoever that was. Excuse me. Okay. This is your pure and re-razor check. Please buddy check your party. Make sure everyone there has both a pure essence and a re-razor applied. What's up, Mahia? Everything okay over there? I will remind again, please make sure that your holster is in order. Please make sure that your entire holster is full. Check it once you step away from the cache to make sure that you didn't accidentally cancel out without refilling, because that does happen. I see that Bravo is ready, Foxtrot ready, Delta ready. Next I see Charlie. I actually almost did that once and it was so scary. I haven't actually done that. I would die of embarrassment. Oh, thank you, Knackle. Thank you for reminding me that we need sweeps. Do we have volunteers for sweep 2 and sweep 3?
This is Vert. I can do sweep 2.
Okay, thank you, Vert. Here. Okay. We are going to lose someone out of Party Alpha. Can I have one of the 2 folks in Party Echo join us here? Actually, can I have Lucent Lazuli? Just disband Party Echo and I'll invite you to join Alpha. Thank you. All right, should be good now. Can I get confirmation that all parties are good on re-raisers, pures, and holsters? Make sure healers and pseudo healers that you confirm with each other that you have both Spellforge and Steel Sting covered for your party. If you are flying solo as a caster, please bring Lost Cure 4. You may also wish to bring a Lost Bubble because you will not have access to Lost Aether Shield as a solo caster, and we don't want you to fall over in the Queen NTA. Feel free to bring like a Font of Magic for the first half of the raid, and then just swap over to Bubble once you reach TA, and reapply it on yourself if you die. Pre-slot Font of Magic and Cure 4, and then bring yourself some spare Cure 4s. Sorry? Okay, cool. And then in your holster, bring some spare Cure 4s and a Lost Bubble. Okay, cool. Okay, that should be fine. Ether kits and re-raisers are going to be very helpful as caster, speaking from experience, especially the ether kits. Yeah, and potion kits would also probably be a good idea. Let's get some ready checks from all the parties. How many tanks do we have in Delta and Foxtrot? We have 2 in Delta, 2 in F. Okay. Can I get 1 extra tank to go over, just so that we have enough? Because if I recall correctly, I think we had like 6 tanks on Slime side. Do we have how many tanks do I have in Bravo and Charlie?
2 in Bravo.
2 in Bravo. How many in Charlie?
I'll volunteer from
Okay.
from Bravo to go over.
Thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that. Just from experience, I like having an extra tank in the golem side so that we don't have to worry about popping the red room trap because it's a pain. Okay. We should be good. Do I have ready? Okay, you should be fine then. Okay, ready checks. How are we doing? Are we ready to go? Bravo ready, thank you. Delta ready, thank you. Foxtrot ready. Can I see a Charlie ready? Okay. Cool, let's go. Jump, 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 let's go. If you are on Golem side, please drop down 1 voice call channel to the Golem side voice call, where you will be led by Mahia Hoshi.
Welcome, Golem enjoyers.
Hello, gamers. Alright, we have... How many people should we have over here? We have 15 people in voice call right now. Should be fine. Alright, if you know what you're doing, please step on top of a golem for me. If you do not, here, let me put a marker above my head. I'll be the plus symbol whenever I'm giving out instructions. Refer to the plus symbol if I say here or whatever. We do have a lot of people that I know what they're doing. I will be Red Golem, by the way. This is Red Golem. I'll be Red Golem. I know that we have an extra tank. I think that's Boondock.
Yeah, just boss me around and tell me where you want me.
Alright, cool. Okay, let me see where are other tanks. Okay, Juria, stand over here for me. Tan, stand over here. Over here. Thank you. And then I'll take red room. So Boondock, you just have to sweep the middle trap and then red room for me. If you're cool with that. Alright. Thank you. I need... Okay, we have healers here. We have a healer there. I need a... Actually, Boondock will do it. You'll also be north tank. North hallway tank. Boondock. Alright. So, the biggest... Okay. So, the biggest... how to do Golem side. This encounter splits us up as a raid into 2 spots, or two different encounters. There's a slime side and a golem side, and they both need to be done at the same time. This is golem side. We are the east side. If you see in front of us, there is in the arena, there is 4 rooms and a hallway splitting them apart. In the hallway, each room has different color-coded pads that we have to match the color of each golem and then kill them on the respective pads. Each golem right now is 2 blues and 2 greens. They will cast something called Metamorphosis that will let them move 1 color in a set cycle. this golem will stay blue. This one will metamorphize once into white. This one will stay green. And then this one will metamorphize once into red. Can I have a physical ranged DPS here? Alright, thank you, Bert. So for this one, you'll be going to the south. Once we start the encounter, your golem will come up to life, be able to be targeted. Once you can target it, just provoke it, take it, and then bring it to the southwest room. And whenever it casts metamorphosis or whatever, make sure you interrupt it. Just make sure that the golem itself, not you, the golem is centered on the blue pad that's in this room. For Tan, you will be taking white room. You'll be taking your golem that you're standing on top of right now, going into the southeast room. You'll be going to the southeast room. The southeast room, it'll cast something called Metamorphosis. Let that cast bar go through, and it will turn into a white golem. And then every metamorphosis after that, you stop. You use interject on it. You want it to stay on the white color. Okay, yeah. Specifically for the two blue golems, before they've cast their first metamorphosis, they will have a very nasty tank buster on top of them. Make sure that tank buster, tanks, you just gotta mitigate that, and then the two healers have to Isuna that tank buster, because it gives a nasty bleed, and it hurts a lot. This one will stay green. It will go over to the northeast room. I'm pretty sure Preserved Meat knows what they're doing, and Mononomi Daito. And then mine will go to the northeast, or northwest, excuse me. And then I'll be doing my job there. Trap in white close. Okay. So both traps are south. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure you're moving around. If you're typing in chat, you're fine, but there's a 10-minute timer. There's a 10-minute AFK timer. If you get AFK kicked, it is up to the host whether or not they want to get you back. Okay, both traps are in the south hallways. So for the two blue golems, or the two golems that are in the south rooms, what you will be doing is once you enter your room, you will use your sprint button, you will use your invuln button, which is for Yuria, and for both of you, it'll be home gang. You'll both be using your home gang, and then pop sprint, run in a straight line from the doorway to the back of your room. Touch the back of the room, and then you will have cleared your trap. Actually, let me see. There's is there a chance that you did it over here, right? Because there's a chance you might have gotten the hallway trap. Unless it doesn't work like that. Did it over here? Oh. Let me see. Over here it says there's none. Okay. In that case, let's just to be safe, we'll still do the invulns then. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I know if you do it over here, it'll detect the hallway trap, like right in front of the door. Okay. For the DPS, everyone else in their room, or everyone else that's like standing around here or just walking around, or I didn't assign a whatever. There's a kill order that we will be doing, that we'll be utilizing. We are low We have low amount of people, which is fine. It's not a big deal. We will just be going from... We'll be going southwest, which is blue room. You'll be running over to the southeast room, to the white golem, killing that one on top of its pad. Go to the northeast, which is the green one, and then to the northwest, which is mine, the red one. For the red one, I will call for to not kill it immediately. We will be waiting for the slime side to finish their encounter first. If not, then it will there will be a bunch of ads that spawn rapidly, and it will be pretty difficult for us to kill or to deal with. Yeah, so on the red side, for the red golem, I will call that we get it down to 30, so that we can hold off DPS and then finish our encounter at the same time, or roughly at the same time when slime side finishes their encounter. Okay. Are there any specific questions? I will call out everything else pretty much on the fly. If something goes kind of sideways, I'll call out an adjustment or whatever. Hold burst on red. Oh wait, no. Yeah, hold burst on white. Okay, so for blue, each golem, depending on their color, has specific mechanics. For the blue golem, it's the tank buster, the big tank buster that hits really hard. And it's an AoE, so stay away from the main tank. The white golem will cast compaction at around 30%. Compaction is a cast bar that if it goes off, it will fully heal itself. In which case, or to prevent that, we want to hold off on burst. Once compaction goes off, you'll use your burst and then try to kill it immediately. Green golem doesn't really matter because we have two people dealing with the hallway golems, and it just eats the hallway golems. In red golem, it hurts a lot and gives doom stacks if it hits you. So I just need to work on it. Let's see. Yeah, it's interrupt metamorphosis or whatever. Alright, is there any specific questions for golem side? Or is there anything I forgot to explain? Otherwise, let's go ahead and do a ready check from all parties. Why are we here? Just to suffer? We have Delta ready, Foxtrot ready, and the one person in Echo, and Boondock. E, myself, and I. Alright. All tank stance is on. We will be going in at 1. Boondock open the thing at 1 and then do the pattern, the lightning bolt pattern. Remember room tanks to pop your invuln and then make sure you sweep the trap in your room. Middle trap has been popped. My room has been popped. Go ahead and go over to the blue room. Center the blue golem on top of the pad. Center the blue golem on top of the pad. Get away from the healers. Get ready to Asuna. Asuna your tanks now. Blue and green interrupt. Blue and green interrupt. Kill the blue golem. Just kill the blue golem. Alright, go over to the white golem. Remember, do not use your burst until it casts compaction. Do not use your burst until it casts compaction. All interrupt. Just keep using your 1, 2, 3 on it. Start bursting it down. Kill it. Use all of your bursts. Alright, go over to green room. And just kill that one normally. Interrupt. Alright, come over to red room. Remember, no dots, by the way, no dots. Get it down to 30, 3-0, interrupt, thank you. Just get it down to 30%. Don't use any dots. I see a dot. Alright, stop attacking, stop attacking. Go to the hallway golems and start murdering those. 15 is better, yeah, but I started calling 30 after so interrupted, thank you. I started calling 30 after what is it? I've seen a red die early because of dots. Rupture, alright, come over to the red golem. Get ready to murder. Kill, 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 kill. Alright. Build up your DPS gauges. Alright, is there anyone dead? If there's no one dead, thank you for a clean golem side and go back up one voice channel for the rest of the calls. Thank you for joining the run today. F live, D clear, I assume E is clear. Kaiken is here. Alright, we're good. Go up one voice channel. Time for me to mute as well.
After every single encounter. Okay. Can I have a volunteer for main tank, please?
Dibs.
Dib. Awesome. Boondock Sage will be our main tank for Trinity Seeker and probably the rest of the raid unless they call not it later on. Okay. A few things to take note of here. First off, I need some waymarks. Let me see if I have them. Yes, I do. Excellent. Okay. I've never called this before. Welcome. This is my first time hosting. I'm sure you noticed. I am going to attempt to call these using True North calls. I will be calling the markers, not the directions on the boss. We'll see how that holds up to actual encounter time. Don't worry, we're going to have a few minutes before we actually start the fight somebody else. There will be, from normal mode, I'm sure you all remember, the orb that you have to not look at, the flower that you have to walk away from. There will be hiding behind barriers or standing in front of barriers, as usual. There will be iron splitters. I will call them based on yellow sand, blue stone. The only new thing really here is that there will be, well, first, there's going to be a significant amount less visual indicators if you've only done normal mode before, but the main new thing is that there will be Ifrit-style dashes. We'll see some ads. They'll dash across the arena in long, wide lines. We're just going to run in a circle around the outside of the arena to avoid that. That's basically the only new thing. Okay, I'm going to give a brief amount of time for bio breaks here because it has been like an hour and a half since we started putting this together. But back in like 2 minutes, and then we will do ready checks and get started. Reminder to wiggle your character. We will need everyone to be not AFK. All right, let's get some ready checks going. Bravo, ready? Thank you. Thank you, Kai Kanaruchi. That's very funny. Okay, Alpha ready. Delta ready. Yes, please use your food. Please use your pots. Please use your lost actions. We're going to need it. This is an enraging boss. This is balanced with the expectation that everyone's going to be using their lost actions, so don't skimp on them. Charlie not ready. Noted. Let me know when you are good to go, Charlie. F not ready. Okay. Yes, food does work here. It gives you a pretty significant buff to your health and your damage. Well, I mean, it's minor, but it's enough to be noticeable. Did we have how are you doing, parties Delta and Foxtrot? Oh no, sorry, Charlie and Foxtrot. Foxtrot ready? Okay, do we have Delta ready? Or keep saying Delta, Charlie. Do I have Charlie ready? Not ready, ready, one. Okay, that's no problem. Just let me know when you're good to go. Obsequiously means like unpleasantly ready to please, like groveling, sucking up. Exactly, yeah, Alfarini. If you hate learning, then why are you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not going to say that. That's mean. Just saying, you learn something new every time you're in DRS. How are we doing, Charlie? Still waiting? Okay. Do you know, is it a DC or is it a bio or is it a something else? Okay, so you ready? Okay, awesome. Let's get this going. Main tank, feel free to give us a 30-second countdown. Pop food. Get ready to go. Our main tank should be the only one with stance on. This is a raid wide. Raid wide stance check. If you have stance on and you are not the main tank, please turn it off. Wave hello to the friendly clone. Alright, in a moment we're going to see a fourfold mercy. We have 2, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1. Look away from the orb, get away from the flower. Look away from the orb, dodge away from the flower. Pop sprint if you need to. Okay, stack up, we're skipping. Stack, under the boss. Alright, main tank Buster. Clear the main tank. Or, excuse me, that was the stack Buster. Clear the main tank now. This is a solo Buster. Do not be near the main tank. In a moment, we're going to see some chains. Stack close to bait the chains, then run away. Once you see those red things over your head, go away. Stay stacked. Break them now. Hide behind a barrier. Hide behind a barrier. Hide behind a barrier. Hide behind a barrier. Okay, back on the boss. In a moment, we're going to see some ads. Stack close to the middle. Stay close to the middle. We're going to do some dashes. We're going to start at 3. Start at 3. Start at 3. And then run in front of the barrier at 2. In front of the barrier at 2. Stand in front of the barrier at 2. Nicely done. This is a raid wide. Stack up tight. This is a untelegraphed stack. Untelegraphed stack. Stack up. Okay, stand close together. We're going to bait some orange lines underneath us. In a moment, we're going to see an iron splitter after these lines. Step out. Okay, everyone stand on blue stone. Stand on blue stone. In a moment, we're going to do iron splitter with some earth shakers. If you have a yellow tether on you, step away from the party. Stand on yellow sand, earth shakers away. Yellow sand, earth shakers away. Same thing, stand on blue stone, earth shakers away from the party. Stand on blue stone, tethers away from the party. Step out of these lines. And into another raid wide. Okay. Enter cards of the boss, enter cards and out. Don't read this. Enter cards and out of the boss. Enter cards and out. Okay. We're going to see some ads again. These are going to do dashes into a fourfold mercy. We're going to stand at 1, stand at 1. And we are going to do 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2, I think. Hope that's right. Oh, shit. That's unfortunate. Dodge the flower, dodge the flower. Stack close for these chains into another raid wide. Spread these chains out. Another raid wide. Then we're going to have a tank buster. Clear the main tank. Sea healer down, please mark them so that we can get them raised. We're going to do 2, 1, 4, 3. Start on yellow sand. 2, 1, 4, 3. Start on yellow sand. 2, 1, 4. End on blue stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. Boss's hitbox is stone. One more. Stand on blue stone. Stand on blue stone. Get ready to dodge the orb and the flower. Dodge the orb and the flower. Resolve grid first, then yellow AoEs. Grid first, then yellow, then flower. Okay. Raid wide. Your healer LBs may be coming up at some point soon. If your LB comes up and you have people dead, healer LB in the middle of the arena. Alright, stand under the boss, stand under the boss, stand under the boss, stand under the boss. Alright. In a moment, we are going to get knocked back. We're going to get knocked back towards... 1, get knocked back towards 1. We're going to go to D1, 4, empty. D1, 4, empty. Oh, that one wrong again. Okay, chains. Break these. Is this just a normal raid wide? We're going to have an Iron Splitter in a moment. We're going to resolve Iron Splitter first and get knocked back. Get knocked back. Stand on sand in front of a barrier. Stand on sand in front of a barrier. Stack for chains. Okay. Phew. Sorry about those fourfold mercies. It turns out I'm bad at those. But yay, we beat the boss. All right, please do not go ahead. There are traps in the hallway. What's up? Okay, there are traps in the hallway. We're going to raise people before we move along. If you are going to raise someone, please stand on the body before popping a rise. Okay. Make sure you grab your chest before leaving the boss room. It has stuff in it. Don't leave it behind. Okay. The yellow pad ahead of us is not for us. That is for the duelist only. Please do not go to the yellow pad, because if you go and you are not the duelist, you will die. Everyone else can carefully proceed along the hallway to the right to find the room with Dahu. Please do not pull Dahu. We're going to wait for the duelists to engage their boss first. You're welcome. As I said, chaos, death, destruction, collar shenanigans. We got it all here today. Thank you. All right. Akira, when you are ready, start a countdown. This is not a countdown for Dahu. Listening check. Use your ears, please. This is not a countdown for Dahu. Do not engage Dahu. And yes, please remember to pop a new re-raiser if you went down Infinity Seeker. You should have a re-raiser on at all times, if you have enough in your bag. If it makes you guys feel any better, this is not a pull for Dahu. Do not pull Dahu. If it makes you guys feel any better, I'm almost certainly better at every single other boss than Trinity Seeker. We'll see how Queen goes, but Trinity Seeker's the one that scares me. Okay, Dahu. Here's how this is going to work. It's basically the same as normal mode. We are going to have... We can't do a countdown timer anyway, so when ready, Boondock is going to pull. Not yet, though. One note first. There will be puddles under your feet. Watch your feet. There will be ads which do lines through the middle of the arena. Simply step out of the lines. There will be a left-right or a right-left cleave. You will dodge the first one and then dodge the second one by stepping into the place that was previously unsafe or simply standing out of range of both. The only new thing is a limit cut, so-called mechanic. You will see numbers over your head, 1, 2, 3, or 4. If you see a number over your head, disengage from the boss and immediately hightail it to the same marker as the number over your head. Please ensure that you have visibility over your head when I call out that a limit cut is about to happen, because we need those safe spots to be created, or else we will all take ruin stacks and maybe die. That's pretty much everything. Let's go. Oh yeah, don't use actions on this guy. Not worth it. It's just Dahu. Alright, watch your feet. We're about to see some puddles. Do not get hit by puddles, please. Okay, Dahu is going to charge. Do not be in front of Dahu. Do not be in front of Dahu. Dahu is going to charge again. Do not be in front of Dahu. Do not be in front of Dahu. Okay. Big cone. Do not be in it. Get behind him. Or to the side, whatever. Alright. In a moment, we are going to see some lines through the middle of the arena. From the ads. We are going to step out of them. Watch your feet. In a moment, we will start seeing those numbers. Please have visibility over your head. Have visibility over your head. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Okay. Dodge these. Dodge into the previous one. Okay. Get knocked back to a spot without an ad. I am obliged by law to tell you that if you know the secret jutsu, this is where you use it. Alright, 5 fire breathe cones. You're going to rotate. 1. 2. Healers can, casters can stop in this one. 3. 4. 5. Okay. Now we're going to get some ads. This is going to be like a long tank buster on the main tank. Dahu's going to do a funny little spin. While we gather these ads up, please AoE them down quickly. Big healing on the main tank. Okay. Now it is time for everything, everywhere, all at once. Dodge things under your feet. There are puddles and lines now. Dodge the left cleave, dodge the right cleave. Watch your head. Here are the numbers. 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 3 to 3, 4 to 4. Tanks, if you have a flare marker over your head, go south. Everyone else get knocked back to the north. Tanks go south, everyone else north. Tanks mitigate if you happen to go to the same place, or just in general, really. Alrighty. Dahu is going to helpfully recenter himself and do 5 more fire breathes. Again, the second fire breathe is safe once it goes off. 1. 2. You can stop in this one. 3. 4. And 5. And bye-bye, Dahu. Alright, do we have an alive duelist? I do not see... Okay. Negative alive duelist. Tragic, but thank you for the attempt. I believe you will get it next time.
Their run is over.
If the duelist wins, they rejoin us at this point with a 200% damage, HP, and defense up buff. And also everyone gets an extra treasure chest after the Queen's Guard. If the duelist does not win, as happened today, the duelist has to leave the instance because they are dead in a place that nobody can get to them, and they will get auto-kicked after 10 minutes. You can re-raise, but you have to... Yeah, you would have to... You'd still have to beat the duel. You would re-raise during uptime in the duel. Yeah.
Thank you all for the run. Good luck. You can bring in that.
Thank you, Kira.
Good luck.
Have a good one. All right. Since we now have a party which is short one person, the 7-person party can invite Kaiken Irichi, and we will be 5 groups of 8. That's the risk. We're gonna Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the duelist does. We would love to keep the duelist around, even regardless of win or lose. But unfortunately, the way the raid is structured is that the duelist is trapped, alone, and dead if they lose. Welcome to Queensguard. This is another one of the major bosses of this dungeon. Pull out my notes that I wrote in a panic before we started the raid today. Okay. This is the point at which all healers need to slot Spellforge and Steel Sting. Please ensure that every party has both a source of Spellforge and a source of Steel Sting. We are going to use this for the very first, not the very first, but the first half or so of the Queensguard. We will need Spellforge or Steel Sting on every person, depending on what job you are playing and what damage type you do. Physical damage dealers, that's tanks, melee, and phys range, will require a Spellforge in order to do magic damage. Healers and spellcasters will require a Steel Sting in order to do physical damage. Dark Knights, Paladins, Ninjas, Reapers, Bards, and Red Mages will need one or the other at all times because they are hybrid damage dealers. At some point during the first half of the encounter, I will tell you to either click off Spellforge or click off Steel Sting. Please be sure that you do not click off your Pure Essence because you can do that for some ungodly reason. If you would like, there is a relatively easy macro that you can make that will click them off for you without you having to put your mouse anywhere near your buff bar. Okay. Other things. During this fight, we are going to see a Mustadio mechanic. If you remember Mustadio from the Orban Monastery, this is the guy who puts a Pac-Man on your feet, and you have to point Pac-Man's mouth towards whatever. In this case, we are going to point Pac-Man towards a boss who is standing in the center of the arena, and then a few seconds later towards a turret, which will stand on the outer edge. I'm not going to say that. I've found a loophole. It's Pac-Man now. My rules. We will have to show Pac-Man to the gunner several times throughout the encounter. Just make sure that you are paying attention to where your character is facing at that time. Don't greet it. Don't try to uptime it. Just do the mechanic safely so that we don't die. I mean, unless you're like super confident, I won't tell you what to do, but I will just remark that you can't do any damage if you are dead. Yes, thank you, Einar. That is the macro. Those are the macro lines you want if you would like to create a macro to click off your Spellforge or Steel Sting for you. Okay. Other things. There will be tethers to your character, and also possibly to bombs. Possibly to your character, possibly to bombs. The way we remember this is double or nothing, go big, or double or nothing, go big. If you and your bomb are tethered, you go to a big bomb. If neither you nor your bomb are tethered, you go to a big bomb. If you or your bomb is tethered but not both, you will go to a small bomb. I need reflectors and dispellers. I saw people were calling that out. Okay. Covering D-reflect. Thank you. We have Echo reflect. Reflect Bravo. Do I have an Alpha reflect? Yes, I do. Thank you. Okay. Charlie Alpha, Foxtrot Echo, Bravo. Do I have a Delta reflect?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. I would like to have 3 dispellers, please. Can I get some dispellers to volunteer? Okay, I got 1 dispel. Can I get a second and ideally a third dispel? No. Dispel is not needed at the same time as Steel Sting. Reflect is not needed at the same time as Steel Sting. You can safely slot over Spellforge or Steel Sting when I say it's safe, partway through the encounter. Don't do it now. You will need Spellforge and Steel Sting for the first half of the encounter, and Reflect and Dispel for. Oh wait, hang on.
Actually, Dispel,
no, actually is needed at the same time as Forge and Sting.
Yeah.
You're right. I had to think about that for a second. Dispel is needed at the same time. Reflect is not. All right. Need at least one more Dispeller, please. Dispeller. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kaho. Okay. Bomb tether mechanic is double or nothing, go big. If you have double, aka you and the bomb are tethered, you go big. If you have nothing, aka you and the bomb are not tethered, you go big. Otherwise, in all other cases, you go small. I'll also tell you which one to go to. Yes, if you die in chat as a reflector or dispeller, please say something. If you die, say something in chat as a reflector or dispeller. Okay. Can I get some tank volunteers? I'm gonna put some markers down. Can I get a tank to stand on Alpha and a tank to stand on Bravo, please? Okay. For this encounter, our main tanks will be Kaho Klee and Mahia Hoshi. Our Aurasphere tanks will be Boondock Sage, Tanjunji, Juria Roberts, and Almandega Kira. I'm going to put markers on people. Okay. Boondock, you will be North First Aurasphere tank. Juria, you will be South First Aurasphere tank. Tan, you will be Second North Aurasphere tank. Almandega, you will be Second South Aurasphere tank. Kaho, you will be the left side tank for the paired bosses, and Mahia will be the right side tank. Are there any tanks who are new to their assigned roles and need some explanation on what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Okay. At the very end of this encounter, what's going to happen is we're going to first fight all 4 bosses together. Then we're going to fight the warrior and the knight. Then we're going to fight the gunner and the soldier. And then at the very end, this same as in normal mode, the bosses are going to stand in the corners of the arena with shields on them. And unlike in normal, a whole bunch of little orbs are going to pop up around the arena. Some of them, the mana spheres, I think, are going to start casting small AoEs, which is going to be the reflector's job to stand in those AoEs and reflect them in order to kill those spheres. The aura spheres, meanwhile, need to each get picked up by a tank because they are going to do a massive tank buster about 5 seconds after they die. So what is going to happen is after the second pair of bosses goes down, the aura sphere tanks are going to put their stances on. Boondock is going to go north, Juria is going to go south. Stance on and provoke and start attacking the aura spheres in those locations in order to gain aggro. Once the aura sphere dies, you will invuln. You will get hit by a very big tank buster, and then your job is done. After those aura spheres die, there will be a second pair of aura spheres spawning about 15-20 seconds later, at which point Tan and Almandega will stance on, provoke them, attack them, maintain aggro, and when they die, invuln to take the second set of busters.
You know, what did you say? Did you say Juria was north or south?
South. You are south second
south.
aura sphere. Or south,
Okay.
excuse me, south first aura sphere. South first aura sphere.
Okay, got it.
It's it makes a lot of sense when you're actually doing it, I promise. Almondega, you are south. Red, the red no markers are north, the hexes are south. Okay. If you are there any healers who are new, or are there any reflectors, I guess I should say, who are new to reflecting? The warrior spawns on the right, I want to say, because the warrior's the one who's on the wall. Yeah, on the east side. We're going to pull knight to the center, warrior to the wall, and then later soldier to the wall, gunner to the center. What's up, Einar? Yeah. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. We can switch sides. That works. Okay. For those of you who are volunteering to dispel, you probably already know this, but the warrior will a couple of times cast a boost on itself, which is a buff that we will have to dispel, or it will kill us all very, very quickly. I think that's pretty much everything. Let's get some any questions before we continue. Let's get some ready checks out. Okay. I have Alpha ready, Delta ready, Charlie ready. Bravo ready. Fox ready. Okay, awesome. Let's go. At this point is when you should start spell forging and steel stinging your party. Let's go. Go ahead and use your actions here. Alright, we're gonna have a double raid wide. Double raid wide. We're gonna have another raid wide in a moment. Or not. Nice skip. Okay. Tanks, only main tanks should have stances on. All other tanks turn stances off. Warrior to the wall, knight to the center. And we are going to be in Spellforge. Please click off Steel Sting. Spellforge, please click off Steel Sting. Okay, this is going to be a sword oath. Find your safe bomb on the outside of the arena. Safe bomb on the outside. Tethers too big, non-tethers too small. Tethers too big, non-tethers too small. Find your safe bomb on the outside of the arena, on the outer edge. If you land first, walk to a place where an explosion just was. Walk to a place where an explosion just was. Okay. Back on the bosses. Warrior is boosting. Please dispel the warrior. Thank you. Raid wide. The knight is a bit high. Let's bring the knight's health down a bit. All right. Tethers go to wind, non-tethers to sparkly lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to sparkly lightning. Go towards the knight, and to the side with no French fry close to the knight. Side with no French fry close to the knight. The warrior is boosting. Needs to spell the warrior. Okay, raid wide. Warrior's a bit high. This is a tank buster on primary aggro, small tank buster on primary aggro. Okay, we are now in Steel Sting. Please click off Spellforge, reapply Steel Sting. Click off Spellforge, reapply Steel Sting. Okay, this is Shield Omen Bomb Slinger. We are going to get knocked back from the center. Do not stand in the knight's path. The knight is going to charge into the center. Okay, kill the warrior. Nope, never mind. That was just him disappearing. Get knocked back towards 45-degree angle. Or just kill. That works too. Please kill the knight. Please kill the knight. Thank you. Okay. Spellforge Steel Sting no longer needed. Please pull the soldier to the wall first, then the gunner to the center. Soldier to the wall first, then gunner to the center. Right. In a moment, we're going to see some balls of fire. They're going to turn into frogs. This will be a Mustadio mechanic. Your safe spot will be towards 3. Safe spot towards 3. Point Pac-Man at the gunner. Point Pac-Man at the gunner. And then to the turrets on the wall. To the turrets on the wall. Oh, called that too early, my bad. Alright, back on the bosses. This is a small tank buster on primary aggro. Small tank buster on primary aggro. In a moment, we're going to see some turrets spawning. Main tanks need to pick up these turrets. This is a raid wide first. Raid wide first, then turrets. Okay, I guess turrets is later. Here we go. Here's turrets. Primary tanks, please pick these up. Please pick up the turrets. Turrets need to die. Everyone focus DPS on the turrets. Invuln sniper shot if you are primary aggro. Primary aggro, please invuln sniper shot. Turrets need to die. Turrets need to die. This is a raid wide. Raid wide is happening. Thank you for killing the turrets. Okay, in a moment we're going to have a raid wide into a freeze. Keep moving. Do not stop the cast. Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Okay, we're good now. Alright, we're going to see some untargetable ads. Some of them will be tethered. Tethered ads will swing, untethered ads will not. Your safe spot is near an untethered ad. They are going to jump twice. Safe spot near Charlie. Point Pac-Man to the gunner. Now the wall. Please kill the gunner, please kill the gunner, please kill the gunner, please kill the gunner. Okay, good work. Reflectors in position, Aura Sphere tanks in position. First Aura Sphere tanks are up. If you have LB3 and you have dead party members, please use LB3. Aura spheres need to die. Focus the aura spheres, please. Respect the parry on the wards. Do not get parried. Respect coat of arms. Do not attack the wards. Respect the coat of arms. Alright, reflectors back in position. Second aura sphere tanks, get ready. Aura spheres need to die. Aura spheres are out and they need to die. Okay, good work. Please kill the ethereal wards. This is the enrage for Queensguard. Respect coat of arms. Respect. Never mind. We're good. Good job, team. Pick up your chest. If there are any dead, we will need to pick them up, but I do not actually... Oh, no, there's one dead person. Thank you, Boondock. I appreciate that. I'm so much less scared now that we're past Trinity Seeker, my nemesis. Okay, next up is the Bosnian Phantom. If you have leftover uses of your lost actions, you can feel free to use them on the Phantom, because we will be reslotting our lost actions in all likelihood before Trinity Avowed. Do not slot a new one and use it on Phantom, though. Save it if you're out. At this point in the raid, all ruin stacks are twice come ruin, not thrice come ruin. If you make 2 mistakes, you will die, as opposed to 3 mistakes. Does anyone have the funny markers? I don't have them. That's sad. Thank you. We are going to gamble for uptime. Feel free to pick your favorite of 1 or 4. I really hope somebody brought Banish, because I, for realsies, do not want to deal with this guy's post-ads rotation, because I don't know how to call it properly.
I already said I didn't shout chat.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Alrighty. This is basically the same. Well, not actually. This is similar to normal mode. The donuts are going to move faster. We're going to walk the donut down the hallway. Do not, when we do that, be very careful not to step into the death wall at the end. It's quite easy to do. Just stop on the marker if you're heading toward a marker. That should be pretty much all the prep we need. Let's go. Feel free to main tank. I believe we had Boondock at the beginning, if I remember that correctly. Okay, cool. You're main tank again. Let's go. Countdown when ready. According to the game, the weather is fair skies, which is sad because I wish it was dust storms. Alright, it seems we're gambling on 1 this time. Let's see if we get it right. Small raid wide. Okay, we have guessed correctly. Everyone on 1, please. Everyone on 1. We're gonna walk our donut down to the south. Your donut. Don't fall behind, don't get ahead. Stop on A. Stop on the A marker. Do not step into the wall, please. Alright, we're gonna wait until Beta stops flashing and step into it. Step into Beta, please. Alright, now we're just gonna kind of chill out here for a second. We're going to stand in alpha. Stand in alpha. Stand in alpha, please. Okay, 3 flashes. 1, 2, 3 move into beta. And we're going to stay here until alpha stops flashing, and then we're going to move into alpha. That's 1, 2, 3. Let's move into alpha. Okay, in a moment, the boss is going to go into the middle of the room and go untargetable. We're going to see some ads. The Misty Wraiths need to be healed to full. The Bloody Wraiths need to be killed. Healers, please focus on those Misty Wraiths. Another set of them. If your ad is gone, please attack another ad. Don't assume that they're all going to be handled. 1 more set. Okay, please interrupt the Phantom. Thank you. Point and laugh while the Phantom does nothing for like 20 seconds. Alright, let's kill the Phantom so I don't have to call this next mechanic. Good job, team. Okay, do not go ahead. Do not go ahead. There are traps ahead. Do not go ahead. Let's make sure there are no deaths. I do not see any corpses, so I think we're fine. I appreciate your strength of spirit in not getting ice spikes. I did not want to deal with ice spikes. Okay, be very, very careful. There is a trap directly in the path of the hallway. Do not angle yourself towards the trap if you can avoid it. Assume that you're going to lag at the worst possible moment. Okay, there are more traps down the stairs. Be especially careful not to hit the pink traps. We need those. We need the pink traps to live. Okay, welcome to TA. Welcome to TA. Let's do this. Okay, so a couple of notes before we get started. TA is the boss with the temperature mechanics. You know the temperature mechanics. They're the ones that have probably killed you already at some point. This is also the point at which tanks should slot in Lost Aether Shield. You will need it for every raid wide in TA. These things are really, really spicy. A couple of notes on the temperature mechanics in here. First off, there will be in addition to the temperature over your head, you will also, in the second half of this fight, have a temperature that is only on your debuff bar. If you don't know where your debuff bar is, now is the time to make it visible, like 200% size and right in the middle of your screen, because you're going to need it. There will also be quick marches in here, which likewise can only be figured out by looking at your debuff bar. For the first 3 mechanics, your head temperature will be the only one you have to worry about. For the latter half of the fight, though, your actual temperature will be the combination of your head temperature and your elemental brand, which looks like an old-fashioned mercury thermometer with some chevrons on it. There will probably... let me see if somebody has already posted the picture. Somebody has not already posted the picture. Let me see if I can dig it up. Here it is. If you put your eyeballs in raid text chat, you will see some pictures of debuffs. You don't have to worry about the chart. All you have to worry about is those icons along the top edge. Those are your elemental brand debuffs. You are working to neutralize not your head temperature, but your elemental brand. Or if you like to think about it this way instead, you need to add your your head temperature and your elemental brand together to figure out what you need to get hit by. There will be quick marches a few times during this fight. Quick march will take you 2 squares unless you are a ninja, in which case it will take you about 2.5. Do not sprint the quick marches because it will put you somewhere unpredictable. Especially do not impetus or swift the quick marches because you will die, and possibly kill other people too. Other things. Don't worry if you die on Trinity Avowed. Basically everyone dies on TA at some point in Savage. Take it as a learning experience, take a deep breath, watch the rest of the fight play out from the floor if you don't re-raise. See if you can't learn something while you're down there, because it's actually quite helpful to watch the whole thing play out while you don't have to worry about doing it on the fly. Okay, sword mechanic. There will be a mechanic where there will be untargetable adds which swing swords. I will call out a safe square that will not get hit by any of the sword cleaves. Do not simply stand in the safe square both times, because the adds will swing twice. Don't stand in the safe square both times. You will need to find what temperature you need to get hit by, and then get hit by exactly 1 for the first one, or possibly more than 1 for the second round of the sword cleaves. Your answer is never diagonal from the safe square. That will instantly kill you, even if the temperature combination is correct. For the arrow mechanic, where the arrows fly along the little maze towards you, there is no helpful little white line showing you the path of the arrows. You will have to work it out for yourself. There is a diagram. There are some GIFs in the raid text channel that will show you how this works, but the rule of thumb is if an arrow can take a left or right turn towards you, it will. An arrow will never choose the straight path if it could go sideways instead. The last thing to remember is that there will be some unseen eyes a few times that will do line AoEs the width of 1 column on the floor, so there will be certain of the rows and columns of this arena that will not be safe. Just use your eyes or listen for the call out, both work. Let me make sure I actually have markers for this. There we go. Sure, what's up? Yes. Nope, they do not block each other. Yes. If an arrow can turn on its way towards you, it will. Oh, I see my pronunciation of GIF is controversial. Well, my run, my rules, guys. That's just how it works. Okay. Any questions before we get started? Oh, also, this is the point. I see someone has already done it, but thank you for breaking out Shell. We will need Shell 2 on everyone in order to make those raid wides less spicy. Okay. It seems like we are ready, so I'm gonna hope that y'all are do not have any last minute questions, and let's get some ready checks. Oh, Aether Shield, yes. I think I mentioned this, but just to make sure, all parties should have a tank with Aether Shield, and ideally 2 tanks with Aether Shield. You will need it on every single Glory of Bosnia, because that shit hurts real bad. I will call out when you have to use it, but the general rule of thumb is after every single temperature mechanic resolves, you will need an Aether Shield in order to stop your party from dying to bleed. 30 seconds is fine for the countdown. Use food, use pots, use actions. Reslot your actions if you are out of uses. See, Foxtrot ready, Delta ready. Bravo ready. Charlie ready? Okay, I have Alpha Bravo, Charlie, Foxtrot. Do I have Delta? Delta ready. Okay, let's go. Let's do this. I would tell you, but I don't know either. The very first thing we are going to see is a Share Buster. All tanks up front mitigate this. Okay, Aether Shields. This is a big raid wide. First up, in front of the boss, everyone in front of the boss. Boss is facing north, stand in front of the boss. Stand away from the boss, If you don't know how to greet this, don't greet it, away from the boss. Okay, third one will be behind the boss. Everyone behind the boss, facing north, behind the boss. We will do arrow first today. This is the arrow mechanic first. Check your quick march. This is on your debuff bar. Your quick march will march you about 2 squares. Another shared buster up front. We're going to march away from the fire. This will be towards either, will be away from Delta, towards Beta. Away from Delta, towards Beta. If you die in the fire and then re-raise, walk out, don't sprint. If your party member re-raises, rescue them out. Okay, check your head temperature, check your arrows. If you died and re-raise, pop a re-raiser. Raid-wide, Aether Shields mitigate. Alright, stand in front of the boss. Boss is facing towards the side. Stand in front of the boss. Alright, head temperature's coming out. Check your head temperature. In a moment, we're going to have some untargetable adds. The boss is going to go away. Don't start a new burst. First safe square is 4. Your answer is next to 4. Diagonal of 4 is not correct. Second safe square is 3. Second safe square is 3. Diagonal of 3 is not correct. Okay, here comes the boss. Raid-wide, Aether Shields mitigate. In a moment, we're going to get we're going to go away from the boss. We're going to go away from the boss. Don't greed. Unless you know how. But if you don't know how, don't greed. Alright, we're going to get a temperature now. And then a few seconds later, we're going to get a quick march. Check your temperature. Make sure you know what your temperature is. Now check your quick march. This is very important. Make sure you know where your feet are going to take you. Healers, get ready to top everyone off after this hits. Find your meteor and let your quick march take you to it. Find your meteor and let your quick march take you to it. If you die and re-raise, pop a new re-raiser. Raid-wide, Aether Shields mitigate. Alright, in a moment we're going to have another bow mechanic. We're going to need to stand behind the boss. Stand behind the boss. Everyone behind the boss. Alright, check for unseen eyes. Intercardinals of boss are safe. Hit your sprint. Get ready to go to Delta. Sprint to Delta. Sprint to Delta. Sprint to Delta. If you die in the fire and re-raise, walk out. If your buddies die in the fire and re-raise, rescue them, healers. Alright. Check your temperature. Here comes an elemental brand. Your real answer is the sum of your temperature and your elemental brand. You will need to correct both of them. Now watch your quick march. Watch your quick march. This is going to take you 2 squares. Locate your safe square and let your quick march take you there. Let your quick march take you to your final answer. If you die and re-raise, pop a new re-raiser. Raid-wide, Aether Shields mitigate. Share Buster. Share Buster. Be away from tanks if you're not a tank. Share Buster. If you have LB3 and dead party members, do not use it at this point. Stand in front of the boss. He's facing the corner. Stand in front of the boss. He's facing the corner. Do not use LB3. Wait till after this mechanic resolves. All right, check your temperature, check your elemental brand. We're going to have ads. Don't start a new burst. You may need to get hit twice. You may need to get hit twice. Your first safe spot is 2. First safe spot is 2. You may need to get hit by more than once. Diagonal of 2 is not correct. Your second safe spot is 4. Second safe spot is 4. Diagonal of 4 is not correct. Safe spot is 4. Okay. If you have Limit Break and dead people, you may use it now. Raid-wide, Aether Shield mitigate. Okay, stand away from boss. Get away from boss. If you don't know how to greet this, don't greet it. Away from boss. Check your temperature. It's coming out now. Check your elemental brand. That's coming out now. There will be no quick march on this mechanic. You will have to walk to your meteor yourself. Healers, heal up after this hits. Walk to your meteor. Walk to your meteor. Unseen eyes. Safe spot is east-west wall. East-west wall is safe. East-west wall is safe. If you died and re-raised, pop a new re-raiser. If you have LB3, now's your last chance to use it. Raid-wide, Aether Shields mitigate. Kill boss. Good fucking job clearing TA on my first host prog DRS. I'm so proud of everyone. Thank you so much. Newbies, once everyone is raised, we were going to do something fun. Thank you, Boondock. I'm glad to help you live. Thank you, Amadega. It's very funny. Yeah.
Bro, did you
Yeah.
see how I died? What the fuck?
I saw that prep. That was very funny and sad.
No, I lagged, so my force march didn't move me. Then I died. And then
Oh, rip.
and then when I got revived to my re-raiser, I died as soon as I got out.
That's tragic.
Bro.
Fire had it out for you.
That
Alright,
shit's crazy.
Once we have our last person up. Actually, we have 2 people dead. How are we doing on a rise? Are we good? Are we running low? $20 charges. Okay, that's plenty. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. Good job on the Arise bringing, you guys. Okay. Tanks, do not unslot your Aether Shield. You will need it again in Queen. I don't even know how you fit 10 in your kit. I can only fit 7. 215 seconds. I need someone to raise Duria. Yeah, let us know when you have 60 seconds left, Duria, and I will have someone sack you. Okay, looks like all deaths are resolved. Cool. Okay, anybody who's new or just wants to have some fun, please accompany me out of the boss room to the south, back to the trap hallway. So remember how I was all like, oh no, don't pop the pink trap. We need those. Well, now we're going to use it. Stand next to the pink trap, but not actually on it yet, please. When I count down to 0, we are all going to step into the pink trap, and then we are going to sprint all the way to the north of the TA arena, across the jump pad, and through the barred grate at the north end of that hallway. We are not going to Queen. We're going to do something else first. Okay. I don't see anyone else running up, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! One of these days I'm going to win the race. That was my first time calling Trinity Avowed. It's my first time hosting a DRS. Thank you. Yeah, I did a couple of caller prog runs where I went down into the other unused voice channel and called it with like only a few people there to practice. But okay, do not proceed past the stairs. Stay on the stairs. We need someone to sweep traps in the next room. There will be a trap on the bridge leading into the Stygimoloch Lord arena. I need everyone to clear the bridge. Please clear the bridge. Do not stand on the bridge if you can avoid it. And then I'm going to have one tank pop that explosion trap with invuln, please. Clear the bridge first. Make sure nobody's standing there. I will do it. if. All right. Careful. Your mini runs out. Okay. Everyone stand off the bridge, please. I'm going to pop this trap. Okay. Safe now. Cool. So here's how this is going to work. Welcome to Stygimoloch Lord. This is the secret 7th boss of DRS. It is not in normal mode at all. If we do not kill Stygimoloch Lord, the queen gets a buff, and we cannot win. So we have to have a nice beef dinner first. Okay. We are going to Stygimoloch Lord plot armor. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Let's set up some markers here. We're going to assign some roles to tanks. I need 1 tank on each marker. Okay. Alrighty. So, I'm going to quickly clear all our marks. Okay. Our tanks on A, B, C, and D, the letter marks, are going to be our main tanks. Our marks on the numbers are going to be our off-tank sweeper tanks. The way this is going to work is we are going to engage Stygimoloch Lord. We are not going to burst him. We are going to just do our little 1, 2, 3s, building our gauges, not trying too hard, because he is not that dangerous, but his ad phase is very dangerous, and we want to get it over with as quickly as possible. Once the boss hits 70%, he will go untargetable. He will jump to the center, and he will make the arena turn into 2 safe rings in the middle of an otherwise impassable zone. 4 ads will spawn for, I believe they're called Stygimoloch monks. Each of the tanks who have a marker over their head will pick up the ad at their respective cardinal. So Boondock North, Juria at the east, Almondeg at the south, Preserved at the west. You will, once you have picked up an ad, you will begin kiting it clockwise around the arena, making sure that you are standing in the wide outer ring that is safe. The tanks who are assigned to be your buddy, meanwhile, will accompany you about a quarter of the way around the arena, at which point everything will start, all the ads will stop moving and will start casting entrapment. This will turn the outer ring yellow, except for 4 small safe spots at the northeast, south, and west cardinals. This will place traps in those curved sections of the walkway. The off tanks will turn on their invuln, they will sprint, and they will sweep that entire passageway for traps. You will pop them with your face. If you hit a poison trap, don't forget your antidote. Once that is done, the off tanks will simply go over to the ad that their main tank is kiting, and they will attack it and pretend they are a DPS unless the main tank dies, in which case you will stance on, provoke, and it is now your turn to kite. Main tanks do not stand too close to your ad, as if they can auto you, they will put ruin stacks on you. Every single auto is a ruin stack. That's the tank job. DPS and anyone who does not have a specific role to play will stand at the south safe spot during entrapment. You will attack ads that come near you. Once the entrapment is over, it is safe to move about the outer ring, but be careful not to get careful not to clip the edges of the ring because it'll kill you. Be careful not to stand in bad because that'll kill you. Don't basically play it safe. Tread with caution. We have plenty of Arise, but it's still better to not need it than have to use it. We will need some Reflectors and Dispellers, 3 of each. Oh, was there something funny happening in chat? Reflect, reflect, respect, dispel, dispel. I need one more dispeller for safety. Dispel. Okay, thanks. Reflectors and dispellers, your job is very simple. You stand at the inner ring, the inner safe ring. There will be ball of fire ads. You will stand in their AoE and reflect that AoE back at the ball of fire to kill it. There will be ball of earth ads. You will dispel their stone skin and then smack them with your little healer weapon for like 1 point of damage, which will kill them because they only have 1 HP. Or something. That is all you have to worry about aside from the AoEs that happen to everyone during this phase. You don't have to worry about the ads at all. If you are a white mage, please do not Seraph strike the ads because it will put you in the wall and you will die. I definitely haven't been tempted to do that as a white mage. Okay. So mechanics that will happen during ad phase. First thing you need to be aware of is the debuffs, and I know that some of you are already putting ASMR prog in chat. I can hear it. I can tell you're doing it. Okay, here goes. There are 2 debuffs that the boss will put on you during this phase. One of them is a purple debuff with some little white spaghetti lines on it. One of them is a purple debuff without the little white spaghetti lines. There are very high-res versions of these debuffs in raid text chat if you would like to see them. Sure, I drink water. Yes, thank you. If you see that you have the debuff on you that has 3 little spaghetti-looking lines, the boss is going to do this. Slurp you up, and you will get pulled towards the boss. In order to negate this debuff, you will stand in a notch away from the boss. You will get pulled the entire length of the notch and end up next to the inner wall. If you have the other debuff, the one without the spaghetti lines, you will stand at the closest edge of a notch to the boss. You will get pushed back the entire length of the notch and end up at the far wall. The first time this happens, it will happen very quickly. The second time it happens, there will be like 2 mechanics that happen between the debuff applying and resolving, so you'll need to remember in the back of your head that it's going to happen later. Other things, there will be puddles occasionally under your feet. Just watch your feet and don't stand in bad, because again, we have Twice Come Ruin at this point, and it would be very, very tragic if you died to a puddle in Stiggy Moloch Lord, because that would be sad. Please don't stand in puddles. There will also occasionally be purple lightning that will block off the entirety of both rings, with the exception of the notches. It doesn't matter which notch you stand in as long as you are in a notch. Tanks who are kiting ads, try not to move too quickly. Don't go too close to the center of the arena. The ads will tether to each other if they get close, which will make them speed up. We are relying on them being slow so they can't reach you. They can tether to the boss in the middle of the arena. I've never seen this with my own 2 eyeballs, but it was in the POVs I was watching for research right before this raid. So don't pull them too close to the middle. Don't pull them, don't cut corners around the arena and make them walk close to the middle, because even if they don't tether to the center guy, they can still move faster, slightly faster than the ad in front of you, because you are cutting corners, which can crowd the tank in front of you or you and lead to them tethering and smacking you. Other things. Few things to note when we're not doing the ad phase. The boss has a big cone AoE called Whack. He does it 3 times in a row. If I say dodge triple whack, it means there's going to be 3 big cones coming out. Just step out of them. It's easier if you're close. There will be lightning AoEs that will pulse multiple times, drop them near the edge of the arena, and then step out of them. Make sure not to just stand in them, because they will continue to hit you after they go down. Aside from that, I'm just going to call the rest of it on the fly. Any questions? Any tanks or healers have any uncertainty about what they're doing? Any one in general have any questions about the general ad phase mechanics? Okay. Yeah, you just pull it and kite. Always go clockwise, never go counterclockwise, because that will run you smack into another tank and their ad.
So when we kite it, we're kiting on the outside of the ring, like in the big circle, and we're just going clockwise.
Sorry, say it one more time.
So whenever we're kiting, we're kiting all around the outside of the arena.
Yes,
In-
kiting
in-
around the outside of the arena clockwise.
In a circle. Okay, clockwise. Okay.
There will be a relatively narrow safe ring that you have to stand in. It'll be very obvious what's death and what isn't. Just don't step out of that ring, and don't run so fast around the outside that your boss begins to cut corners and speed up and gain distance on the guy in front of you.
You can actually see the safe spots right now. It's the lighter rings, the two light rings.
There's like tiles on the floor. The lighter ring is going to be safe. The darker ring is going to be unsafe. Thank you for letting me know. Quit trying. I appreciate that. No worries. Leave when you gotta. Okay. Any further questions? If you want to try and learn how to reflect and you have light curtains, you can certainly try, but it will last much longer than a handful of light curtains will allow for. You're gonna have to push reflect, like, I don't know, probably somewhere between 5 and 10 times, if not more, during the entire thing, so you're probably gonna run out. If you are able to do ranged attack, like, I don't have a problem with you just standing in the middle ring, because you can still hit the mobs anyway, but just be warned that at some point you're going to run out of light curtains and need to actually dodge everything. Okay. I think we're good. Should be fine. Oh, let's get some markers. I don't actually have markers for this. Anyone have a set I can steal? Thank you. Okay, cool. Main tank, who is going to be Boondock, go ahead and set a countdown when ready. Yes, you're kiting clockwise. Clockwise, clockwise, clockwise. Alright, remember to hold your burst. We want to use burst on the ads, not on the big guy. Okay, in a moment we're going to see a tank buster on the primary tank. This is a cleaving buster, please don't be near it. Get your fingers ready on your knockback protection. Count 1 auto from the boss. Hit your knockback protection now. Okay, dodge triple whack. 1, 2, and 3. Whack, whack, whack. Okay, step away from the boss, away from the boss. This is an absolutely huge circle, away from the boss. Okay, back in. And we have ads. Let's go. Over here, Juria, outside ring. Outside ring. Everyone get to a cardinal. Everyone get to a cardinal. They're gonna have sweepers sweep. If you got hit by poison, please use an antidote. Ah, shit. Forgot to call that, my bad. If you raised in the bad, step out of it, don't sprint. Everyone into a notch now. Everyone into a notch now. Okay. Watch your feet. There are going to be puddles under you. Watch your feet. Okay, debuffs coming out now. Debuffs coming out now. These are going to resolve later. Okay, everyone into a notch now. Everyone into a notch now. Watch the puddles. Watch the puddles. Okay, debuffs resolving. Debuffs resolving. Find a notch that is appropriate. Debuffs resolving now. Puddles under your feet. Watch the puddles under your feet. Everyone into a notch. Everyone into a notch. Any notch is fine. Okay, nice work. Respect the ball of fire. It's going to do a lethal AoE around it. Reflect that one, please. Reflect the ball of fire. Okay. This is just going to be a simple raid wide. Alright, in a moment we're going to see some of those purple lightning AoEs. Place them at the wall, and then step out. In a moment we're going to have another 1,111 ton swing. Get away from this. Away, away, away. It's very, very large. Get away. Okay, back on the boss. We're going to have some more of those purple AoE puddles. 2 sets, place them at the wall. And then step out. Place them at the wall and then step out. Second set, place them at the wall and then step out. Okay, everyone stack up. Now walk away from this proxy. Back towards the boss. He's going to do a triple whack. It's easier to dodge if you're close. And 3. Right. Please clear the main tank. There's going to be a buster in a little bit. Clear the main tank. Ready for knockback protection. Count 1 auto from the boss. Knockback protection now. Triple whack. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, another raid wide. It's just a simple raid wide AoE. Okay, take these purple AoE puddles to the wall and then step out of them. Purple AoEs to the wall and then step out. Okay, 111 pawn swing. Get away. Never mind. We're good. Okay, do not proceed to the queen. Do not proceed to the queen. We need to raise everyone before we walk in and trigger the queen cutscene. I was all like, oh, don't die on Stiggy Moloch Lord. It'll be so sad. Immediately gets like a bunch of people killed to the debuffs. Classic. Thank you, Prep. I'm a very anxious person, which means I wrote out myself like 7 pages of handwritten notes. I can hear them. Okay, let's see. Have any deaths still going on? Any deaths are still happening? No, looks like we are fine. Oh, congratulations on your very lucky get from the box, Tan. Okay, we are good to proceed to the queen. Thank you for coming this far with me. Win or lose, we actually made it to the end, and for that, I think I shall be proud.
You should be.
All right, here we go. It's funny. They're there because it's funny. Yeah, I think you can place them while you're in the air or something. They're just there for silliness. Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to... These look like the markers I have, so we're fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have loads of time left. I'm really pleased about that, actually. Are there any people who do not have a re-raiser? I have some spares. Okay. If you want a re-raiser, come stand by the funny triangle. Meanwhile, I'm gonna start explaining Queen mechanics. So during this fight, there will be multiple occurrences of chess, the dreaded super chess and or murder chess. For murder chess, aka first chest, aka normal chess, aka oh god, please, I really hope I don't screw that up. You are just gonna follow the funny triangle. If I may be saying weird things, I may call it out in voice, but I'm going to move with my feet probably before I manage to figure out how to convey what is happening in words. For super chess, I will try my best. It's the mechanic I'm least sure on aside from Fourfold Mercy. So if I make a bad call and someone experienced knows for sure that they can call it out better than I can, feel free to break into voice and call it, because I would really like to clear. That would be very fun. I'm currently out of re-raiser, by the way. I used all mine. If anyone else is carrying spares, feel free to take my spot and go hand them out. Chess. Okay. Can I get 3 pure invuln tanks, that's paladins and gunbreakers, to stand on markers 1, 2, and 3? I'm putting them down now. Okay. I see we have 3 paladins. Paladin sweep. Nice. We are going to disrespect the queen today. Oops, sorry. Stole your marker. There we go. Here's how this is going to work. Almandega Kira is going to begin tanking the queen. Queen does not cleave in any way, shape, or form, so we can all simply stand together. When the first buster happens, Almandega will invuln halfway through the cast, take both hits, and at which point they will turn off their stance. Boondock will provoke, and take the boss all the way through to the second buster. At which point Boondock will invuln halfway through the cast, take both hits, and then pass it on over to Kaho, who will tank the queen all the way to the end of the fight, including the third buster. There will be no dooms on anyone if we do this right. Let's put those markers back up so we don't do no marker super chess prog. Okay. Anything else I need to worry about? Right, okay. Reflect and Dispel. Can I have people who have Reflect and Dispel slotted please identify themselves in chat, and we'll see if we have enough to avoid having people reslot stuff. Reflect, Dispel, Dispel. Okay, yeah, we're fine. Here's how this is going to work. The queen has a little funny gauge that she fills up called Sovereignty. When it reaches 100%, she will make a loud bing sound, and she will gain 4 buffs on herself that will all 4 of them need to be dispelled. Just spam cast Dispel until they're gone. And you will also see some purple lightning orbs that will spawn in the arena. The purple lightning orbs will do a very large AoE that needs to be stood in by people with Reflect on and nobody else. If you do not have Reflect or Light Curtain active, you will die. You will die immediately. Once those orbs die, they will turn into sort of dome shells that we will stand in to avoid the raid wide that happens afterwards. Yes, Tank Buster is called Cleansing Slash. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the updated markers. I'm gonna steal those. Okay. Other things. Relentless. There may be double cursed Relentless too. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It just means we're gonna have to all sprint while I panic audibly. There will be a Mustadio mechanic once, I believe, during this fight. I will call that one out with plenty of time, hopefully. Okay, Super Chest. So if you haven't done Super Chest before, here's how it's going to work. The Queen will go untargetable, and then you will get 2 debuffs on your bar. They will be a number of dots that will correspond to the number of squares you have to walk. You will always have 2 debuffs. The debuffs will always be either 2, 3, or 4 dots each, for a total of 5, 6, or 7 dots in total. When I call out this mechanic, I will call it based on 5s, 6s, and 7s. Whether you are 5, 6, or 7 depends on the sum of the dots in your debuff. So if you have 2 and 3, you're a 5. If you have 3 and 3, you're a 6. If you have 2 and 4, you're a 6. If you have 3 and 4, you're a 7. You will start on whatever square I specify. You will walk along whichever column I specify until you run out of dots over your head, at which point you'll stop. If you have a red gash over your head, you will go backwards so as not to die. After the first set of marches resolves, everyone will head to the safe square, even if you messed up and it will kill you. Even if I messed up and I'm going to kill you with a bad call out. Everyone has to end up in the safe square, because if you re-raise outside the safe square, you'll just die again. Yeah, there will never be a 2-2 and there will never be a 4-4. It's always a total of 5, 6, or 7. Okay, Aether Shields will make a return here. You will need to Aether Shield every raid-wide. These are called Empyrean Iniquity, aside from one raid-wide called God Save the Queen. God Save the Queen is the spiciest raid-wide possibly in the entire game, but with Aether Shields and Shells and Mitt, it should be fine. Just make sure that we're prepared for that. Nobody's low health when it's happening. Other things. You'll see a bunch of reprisal of mechanics from the Queen's Guard. Basic stuff, you've already done Queen's Guard. You know how they all work. I'll call them out as they happen. I believe, yeah, God will not save the Queen. Okay, if we see the very end of the fight, we may have to deal with something called Soft Enrage, which is where the Queen summons all of the Queen's Guard, and they will start spamming raid-wides one after another over and over and over again. At this point, we will need to stagger Aether Shields. The safe way of doing this is to have each tank who has Aether Shield use one at the beginning and then slot over that Aether Shield with a second Aether Shield to reset the cooldown and use the second one when the first one's about to wear off. You can also stagger them with 2 different tanks if you want to. I'm just going to reslot over mine because it's safer. But that's why we have you bring 2, so that you can do that if necessary. This is going to be a really hard healer check if we actually see Soft Enrage, so just be prepared to just basically be healing people nonstop. If you brought a Solemn Clarity, you can use it during the 4th Relentless so that you have like the extra healing potency. If you don't know how to do that, I'm sure someone in chat can help you out. I think that's pretty much everything. Have I forgotten anything here? I don't think I have. Okay, any questions? Anyone with an assigned role that they're not sure they know how to do? Okay, Cursed Relentless 2 is basically just the safe spot's going to be really small. I may panic, I may call this wrong. If I call it wrong, somebody please correct me so that we don't all die. Yeah, small like Izumi. It's basically, we may end up with a very small safe spot for the first half of Relentless 2, and we may have to run a very long distance to be safe for the second half of Relentless 2. Okay. I think we are good, so let's do some ready checks, and let's get this bread. Yeah, God, I would love to clear my first time hosting. That would be awesome. Stance check. Almondega Kira should be the only one with stance on at this point. Knock on wood. It is win or lose, I am really proud of everyone for having made it this far. Thank you so much for coming to my first ever hosting of DRS. I appreciate everyone here. Let's do this. F ready, D ready. Thank you, Iryoku. I appreciate that. I have Alpha ready, Delta ready, Foxtrot ready. Do I have Bravo ready, Charlie ready? I have Bravo ready. Let me know when you're ready, Charlie. Charlie ready. Let's give a countdown. Let's use food and pots here. This is the last fight of the raid. Let's make it a good one. DPS check is not a joke, so use your actions. Alright, first thing we're gonna have is a raid wide. Just a moment. Here it is. Aether Shields mitigate. Now we're gonna have normal chess. Follow the funny triangle, and I will try not to murder you. Okay, North Swain's Glow is going to push us towards Alpha. Towards Alpha, we're going to stand behind Alpha. In this square behind Alpha is safe. And now we are going to stand in the middle column. In the middle column is safe. Middle column is safe. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna have the first buster. Invuln halfway through the cast. Make sure you don't provoke before second hit. Second tank. Okay. First tank, you are discharged of duty. Second tank can take over. Raid wide. Aether Shield mitigate. Alright, we're gonna have Super Chest 1. Don't start a new burst, the queen's about to go away. Okay, here goes. The true test of my hosting abilities. Let's do this.
And bye.
Okay, we have back safe, wall safe. Back safe, wall safe. 6 is in the corner, 7's on 3. 5s are going to be on 1. 6 is in the corner, 7's on 3, 5's on 1. We are walking down the 4 column. We are walking down the 4 column. Walk until you are out of dots and then stop. If you have a gash over your head, you need to go backwards. Everyone into the safe square, even if it will kill you. Into the safe square, even if it will kill you. If you die and re-raise, pop a new re-raiser. Good job, team. Mitigation event incoming. Here comes God Save the Queen. Any minute now. Here we go. Aether Shield mitigate. This is the big one. And in just a moment, we're going to have Sovereignty 1. She's going to make a little microphone. At that time, Reflectors will need to find a lightning sphere to reflect. Dispellers will need to dispel the queen. Everyone else be ready to dodge the lightning spheres. They explode very big, so be very far away if you don't have a reflect on. Here come the lightning spheres. Please dispel the queen. Queen is dispelled. Thank you very much. Everyone into this lightning shell, into this nice little lightning shell.
God damn. No one's dead except for
Good job. Okay, here comes first Relentless. Tethers will go to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Watch for a tether on your character. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. This is going to be a Mustadio mechanic. Locate the gunner on 4. Locate the gunner on 4. North Swain's pushing us south. Tethers to wind, non-tethers to lightning. Point Pac-Man at the gunner on 4. Or 3, actually. Point your Pac-Man to the turrets on the wall. Point Pac-Man to the turrets on the wall. Cleansing slash 2. Cleansing slash 2. Invuln halfway through the cast. Second tank, hold on for a second. Or third tank, hold on for a second. Third tank can now provoke. Second tank, you are relieved of duty. If you died, make sure to pop a new re-raiser. Alright, now we are going to have second Relentless. Second Relentless, we're going to have a Shield Omen, which is going to knock us back from the center. We are going to get knocked back towards, but not directly at the knight. Towards, but not directly at the knight. And we are going to dodge the queen. Okay, this is fine. We're going to go towards 1. Get knocked back to 1. Get knocked back to 1. We are going to hope. This is super duper easy. Thank you, queen. We're just going to stand near 2.
Nope.
No, sorry,
All
not
the way
near
up
2.
here.
Not near 2. Not near 2.
All the way up here.
Yeah, on 4
That's some
or all the way across from 4.
Dead people right there.
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry about that. Good reaction time.
Oh, my bows.
Oh, here we go. Raid wide Aether Shield mitigate. Raid wide Aether Shield mitigate. Okay, now we're gonna have Super Chest 2. Do not start a new burst, the queen's gonna go away. Not start a new burst, queen's gonna go away. Okay. We have back is safe, wall is not safe. Back is safe, wall is not safe. 6 is in the center column. 7's gonna be left of 6's. 5's gonna be on 3. 6 is in the center column on the wall. 7's will be left of 6's. We are going to walk up the 1 column. Walk up the 1 column. If you have a gash over your head, walk backwards. Okay, everyone to the fun safe square. Everyone to the safe square. Everyone to the safe square, even if it will kill you. Okay, nice big reopener on the queen. We're gonna have the 3rd Buster in just a moment. Here comes the 3rd Buster. If you have dead people and you have LB3, use it, but make sure that you actually have LB3. If you got raised, pop a new re-raiser if you have one. Okay, we're gonna stack up and we're gonna face the boss. Stack up and face the boss, please. Stack up tight and face the boss. The knight is going to appear behind us. The knight is going to appear behind us and do Shield Omen. We're going to stay close to the knight and go to the side with no French fry. Knight's going to come up behind us. Stay close to the knight, side with no French fry. This is towards the boss. Between the boss and the knight. Dodge these normal mode turrets. Dodge these normal mode turrets. Just don't have one point towards you. Sovereignty 2. Reflectors and Dispellers, now is your time to shine. Queen is dispelled, thank you. Everyone into the lightning sphere. Everyone in the nice lightning sphere. Okay, raid wide coming up. Aether Shield mitigate. Get ready for it. Here it comes. Okay. Here comes Relentless 4. This is going to be Tethers double or nothing go big. Tethers double or nothing go big. Okay. Tethers go to small, non-tethers to big. Tethers go to small, non-tethers to big. There will be a knockback from this line. Knockback from this line. Do not move, do not move. Pyretic, respect the pyretic. Respect the pyretic, don't move. If you fall first, go to a place where an explosion just was. This is Relentless 5. This is Softened Rage. Ready for Aether Shields. Ready for Aether Shields. We're going to use Aether Shields. 3, 2, 1. Use them now. Start healing through this. This is going to be pretty spicy. Okay, after this Empyrean Iniquity, reslot Aether Shield and use it again. Second Aether Shields go. Okay, if you haven't used your second pot, if you're waiting on a lost action, use it now. This is Enrage. This is Enrage. We're heading into Enrage. No more healing. Just kill boss. At 1%, I'll take it. That was pretty damn good. Good job, team. Thank you, everyone, for accompanying me. No worries. I am quite happy to have made a 1% Enrage on Queen my first time in. So, thanks, everyone. I really appreciate you being here and spending your time with me on this fine Wednesday evening. Revenge run next week, maybe?
Yeah, hopefully.
It happens.
A great run. Very great run.
Thank you.
Yeah, good try.
I really appreciate... Yeah. I really appreciate everyone's patience with the slight difficulties we had at the beginning. Hopefully that will not be happening next time. Fingers crossed.
Well, you know, we can't really guarantee it unless
we can't guarantee it, but we can cross our fingers.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
See you around.
Thanks, Velvet.
Thank you for the run.